Hey guys, how's it going? tmanplays here, and today I've got another Warno ranked game for you. We're going to be playing as the 5E because I've heard this, well, heard and seen that this division is extremely strong right now, so kind of want to try it out myself. And we're playing against the 5th Panzer. So right off the bat, you'll see I got some commandos and helicopters. One of them's going to route around to these buildings, and then the other one is going to route to this building here, just so I can kind of cut off his rear zones. Got some AMXs, one that's just going to sit here, guard this road, and help with this road. The other one going to be in the open, be able to have good line of sight, and just an infantry squad to hold these buildings. As you'll see, our main push is going to be on this left-hand side. Got a couple AMXs, some Dragon Paras, and some infantry with Mistrals pushing up with some AMX B2 support. So right off the bat, going to catch off some of these Fern Spare, as well as a Luke's here. Luke's is going to end up retreating though. AMX here, going to catch out one of his infantry units. As the AMX with the Dragon Para is going to easily be able to deal with the Fern Spear. The right hand side here, everything getting to its position. Just going to play defensive in the middle as our big assault is coming here. So these guys don't have any AT, so I decided just to push up the AMX right up into them. And now our infantry support going to be arriving. Don't need to unload these guys here though, because don't have AT, so I can push them straight past into the next zone. And you'll see I'm already pushing up the CV because I know he doesn't have any infantry here. It's very rare for someone actually to put infantry here at the start, so easy just to go ahead and push in, capture that. I know this is his CV now, so going to move the VAB T20s. We see he's starting to respond as he's pushing across some of his forces here. Does take out the VAB there, but now our AMX here in prime position to shoot anything that comes down this road. Got the B2 supporting as well that we're going to push up to here just to further cut off the road. Commandos now arriving in the back, but the Apache going to be there to help with that. On this side, do spot some Fern Spare. ATGM did fire at the VAB, so we're just going to pull that back to the forest and just let these guys engage. This unit here is just to provide line of sight on the open, make sure he's not trying to flank around my back line. As we see, we kill a martyr there. So these guys holding up the Apache long enough for me to move my AA support further up. And we now bought another CV to get in the middle. Super Puma kind of scouting on the way back, seeing what he has here. He doesn't have anything that I spot there, so that's good. So his main force, in my opinion, is in this area and maybe a little bit here. Since I did force him to kind of quick buy an Apache and Alouette, that's also good for me because that means he's not investing in ground forces. And since I already have the AA support here, this is pretty easy to deal with. So see our Mistral's just getting shots away. It's going to force him to retreat. M40A1 here, a little bit of an issue for my AMX-10. So we're going to smoke that off to save that. And I'm going to move the Dragon Paras up to deal with that, since these guys do have the sniper. Still engagement going on this side. Get another Mistral shot right into the Apache there. And the AMX B2 going to be able to easily deal with the Milan 2 at that close range. And our Mistral ends up actually sniping the Apache as he was trying to get around to this side to possibly help with this engagement, which is nice because I don't have any AA over here. My whole premise is I can just buy a Mirage if he gets any type of Apache on this side. So just bring up some more infantry now for the forest that we can eventually push up into these buildings to further cut him off. He does buy a Leopard 2A3. That's a bit of an issue. So gonna have to smoke off our B2 there. Got some infantry arriving now that I can push into this area, secure my flank a little bit, and another B2. That's just cutting off the road as well in case he pushes a little too aggressively. So pretty good position now. I've got this area very well secured. I've got the commandos in the back here that will spot anything he brings down here. So I know there's nothing really here. My AMXs, since these do have the very good optics, able just to snipe anything that comes to the front. Do see some type of Milan unit here. And we're able to keep his recon kind of far away since we have the Mistral units up close. See, another Alouette goes down there. So now what I'm going to do is his CV is potentially over here or over here, but since I have my command on this side and it's showing the line of control like this, it means his CV is probably in this area. So I'm pushing across this infantry, try and catch his CV out. Trying to move some Pioneer Flams, but with the VAB support, gonna just move that across, easily stun those down, push them back. And the AMX on this side, able to get some shots on target as well. Do spot a Gepard here. As another M40 from this building is firing at our infantry. And we spot another 2A3 in the back. So gonna move back our infantry now, as there's even another 2A3 back here. So a lot of 2A3s from our opponent. So I really have no need to push into this area. I do want to take out this Gepard though, so I've repaired my AMX. Gonna move that up to this area here. Try and take that out. I also moved up the other AMX, which already got a shot off on the Gepard. Gets 2 shots. Easily takes that out. And now I can just defend this little area. Buying some recon here now, as well as another tank, so that I can push him out of here and just slowly gain control of this side. At the same time, pushing across some infantry on the right to kick him out of this building. Got a tank in support that I can then push up and help, as well as the VAB here once I figure out what all he has in this area. Ordering some Mistrals as well, since I don't have any AA here. And by this point, if he calls out an Apache, it's probably going to be here. So my plane's not going to be too much use. So just some Jaeger Afclair here. So gonna push up all my fire support now to help with these engagements. Dragon Paras moving up to see if we can spot anything in these buildings. And I'm just bringing back my hurt infantry so that I can move this supply and repair it. Do see a Milan that flies across there. Gonna smoke too late, but doesn't hit anyways, so that's good for us. And you'll see on the left here, got my infantry now moving up, as well as just kind of a line of defense. I did move my CV back to this area, just in case he did try and flank around or something. Fliegerfaust trying to run away from the AMX there. Still can't spot the units in these buildings, so they're causing me a little bit of an issue. Just trying to get vehicles close, but the M40 there going to be able to easily take out the VAB. So now I'm just going to rely on these Dragon Paras. Since he doesn't have any fire support, I can just run this infantry across the open. If he moved up a tank in this tree line here, my AMX would be able to easily spot it, take it out. So Dragon Paras have just the right away here just to get right up into the building. Do see a sniper unit of his in this building, but by this point, at close range with our MP5s here, going to be able to easily decimate the Milan 2, M40, and the Fliegerfaust. Moving across my units on this side now, and we also spot the command unit here. So he's going for some more Milan shots, smoke off that VAB, and then we just push it right back forward. And now we're just starting to get shots on his command, as the Dragon Paras are easily dealing with all the units here, as well as with all just the fire support we have coming down. Haven't seen him try anything on our left. We know our commandos are still here. Haven't fired a single anti-rocket shot or anti-tank shot. And now with our VABs on this side, we're going to push up here in case he has infantry here, as well as try and push our infantry back forward. Fern Spare, don't have AT. Can just easily push my armor into them. And now that our Mistral has arrived, I'm able to put some shots on this Alouette as he tries to escape, but goes down because of the 60% accuracy. So now we have full control of both the middle and the left-hand side. Only objective left to capture is here. And being me, I don't just kind of want to sit back and uh, you know, take the win. I want to take everything. So gonna go ahead and start pushing up some tanks into the next sector here, as well as trying to get some infantry into here. Gonna move across the Dragon Paris to this building eventually, but first I'm gonna scout this area. I did buy a cluster plane to deal with this 2A3. Did lose line of sight moving the Dragon Paris though, so we're gonna move those back. Now we get vision again, and we also spotted another 2A3 here. So cluster, gonna drop, has a really high drop, but looks like our opponent is concentrating on microing somewhere else. Able to get that down to 1 HP. On this side, AMX-30 just dealing with all the infantry here. And the other 2A3 shooting my VABs. Didn't realize there was actually line of sight in this tree line down there. So do get taken out there. We see just a bunch of 2A3s now accumulating in this area. Get another cluster off, but our opponent now gonna move his 2A3 away from that. Still trying just to get the infantry down here. Bought another ATGM plane because his A is kind of weak. So ATGM plane now coming in for the other healthy 2A3. Able to get a nice hit on the side armor there. Take that out. Vigorfaust ends up showing itself. Easily take that out. And now, just knowing that this 2A3 is sitting here with 1 HP, not being repaired, we're going to move up the AMX-30B2 and just try and get rid of this other 2A3 here. First shot ends up hitting to get the kill there, and yet another 2A3 in the back, as well as another one that shows up. So gonna smoke that off and just kind of pull our infantry back. I did start a push on this side, but now knowing that there's a 2A4 and another 2A3, we see the heavy tank push now coming in from our opponent. Gonna start trying to retreat some of these units. AMX ends up sniping a 2A3 in the side there, trying to get the 2A4 now. Get a nice side shot there as he's pushing up. Just shows you the brutal power of the French. Another AMX side shot into the 2A3, and he can't spot me yet. And that's going to be enough to cause our opponent to surrender there. So, yeah. You be the judge if the French is OP. I think it's pretty strong at the moment, especially for the play style I just tried out, which is basically choose one side to go all out on, play defensive on the other side, overwhelm your opponent, and then basically cut them off from the sides. And yeah, it's really hard to deal with. And just what a division. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video and y'all have a great day. I will catch y'all in the next one. Later.